I come across different Jamaican friends. They don't want to associate themselves with African. But if it's Spanish, Cuban, yeah, I'm Cuban. I'm Spanish. I'm half Spanish. But I can see you as a black person. Oh, but my great grandmother was Cuban. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Zane the Zen Queen. Yes, I know guys, I've been away for a hot minute. And for those who care, actually, because some of you, I know you don't really care, but hey, for those who love me and who's there for me and that supported me and encouraged me to come back, here I am. And, you know, if you haven't been living underground or in a hole, you would know what is happening in the world. And basically, it's been a lot. So, this channel that I started it to get things that I needed to get off my chest, things that that I was dealing with, and you know, yeah. So in my personal life, I'm also battling. I wouldn't even use the word battling. I'm overcoming a lot of issues, childhood traumas, and I will share that with you guys in the right time. But yeah, this is what I've been dealing with. So sometimes I might go off track and I'll never, you see, I might fall 9 times, but I get up 10. Okay, so I'm back, I'm here, I'm revived, and yeah, let's just dive right into it. Okay, so of course you guys would have known that because I wanted to do a video maybe a month back now, a couple of weeks back, because there was this these tweets that people got hold of, and it involved a lot of these YouTube influencers. So a lot of them, it was about colorism. Yeah, so a lot of these influencers was getting dragged for being colorist. So yeah, so one of the YouTubers that I knew, which was Nella Rose. I don't know if you guys watch her or if you've even heard of her, but me and my daughter, we watch her. And she made a comment when she was probably like 16 or 15. I think she's like 23 now. And it was black girls, if I can remember clearly, white girls wear weave, but black girls abuse it. So it was along those lines, and then some people were saying really horrible things, other people were saying really horrible things. So then I wanted to make a video, like I said, a couple of weeks ago, and with this George Floyd murder, then it just prompts me to even do the video even more, and then with the protesting going on and stuff like that. Okay, but yeah, but with protesting alone is not the revolution. It's not the solution. I don't think. I could be wrong. Hey, don't kill me. But I feel like we need to go deep within and start loving ourselves as a race and start accepting ourselves as a race. Okay, because I feel like a lot of black people has still got that you know, aftermath of racism in their system. Okay, that a lot of you guys, I won't even say myself, a lot of people out there, they actually hate their color, and they wouldn't admit it, but they would show that aggression out on other people that are as dark as them or darker than them. Okay, so you know, when I was younger, there didn't used to be, well, I didn't used to hear it a lot. I just used to think that people used to have their preference, okay? And I'm a dark-skinned girl. I will fit into the dark-skinned category. My body's a lot lighter than my face, but I would just put myself in that dark brown, dark-skinned category, okay? So, when I was growing up, we never had this colorism thing that was so big. Don't get me wrong, it's always been there. Like even in Africa, I'm Nigerian, even in Africa, it's always been there. But for a guy to say, I don't date a woman that is black, and then not even just that is dark skin, but you put them down. It's not to say, oh, I prefer light skin or I prefer dark skin, but oh, I don't date dark skinned women because they're too aggressive, because you know, all these derogatory words, and you know, they're just putting down black women. Do you understand? So I don't agree with that. And so with this George Floyd murder, and then with the tweets that had been released, it prompts me, because my spirit was just saying, do it, do it, do it, do it. Okay. So I just thought, you know what, let me hearken to my inner voice and make this video. So yeah, in my time we never used to have things like this. It's more of the young generation, and I don't know why that black dark-skinned women have to be the bottom of the barrel, because God created them like that. Now deep it. Is it their fault that they're dark-skinned? Is it their fault that God created them with high melanin? Is it their fault? And then when people start bleaching, then we start saying, you know, they've bleached. We start taking the mick out of them because they've bleached. So I think we need to take a look at ourselves before we start going out to march and saying Black Lives Matter. Okay, because yes, Black Lives Matter, but is it that only when the police suppression or the suppression from the of the whites or the Caucasians, I should say, because no one's black or white, but the suppression, is it because from the suppression of Caucasians, that's why we're saying that Black Lives Matter? But shouldn't Black lives just matter generally? Shouldn't it? I think it does, and I think we need to start deep in it. We're killing, black boys are killing each other. They're not saying Black Lives Matter then. Oh, he's my op, so I have to take him out. Or my ego was bruised, so I'm gonna kill this boy. I'm gonna take a life from, I'm gonna take him away from his family, from people that loves him, and I'm gonna take him away because it doesn't really matter then. But it matters when the Caucasian try to suppress us. That's when it matters. And don't get me wrong, I'm just saying, the angle that I'm coming from is that we need to start loving ourselves. We need to start going within and raising our vibrations, because this racism thing, colorism thing, they want us to divert. Even with the COVID-19 at the beginning of the year, they want us to divert our attention. Yeah, they don't want us, with the COVID-19, we was our own enemy. Oh, don't touch me, I can't come around you, I might catch something. Oh, don't. So they was telling us to segregate ourselves. Yeah, and then when we do that, when we're not, because obviously we build our immune system from going out there, touching things, and you know, building our immune system through that. Yeah, but if we're to stay in the house, we can't go outside. Well, we could go for walks, but you know, we can't interact with people, can't go to the gym, XY. And when we do that, our immune system is not increasing. It's not getting stronger. Yeah, it's getting weaker. So now that was one of their plans, to keep us away from each other. Now they're bringing this race issue, yeah, that is going to keep us further away from each other. This race war that they're trying to do. So again, we need to raise our vibration, get into the 5th dimension. Okay, and just like if you guys have watched Matrix, Neo, the main guy in it, when he was in the 3 dimension, he couldn't fight the agents that was after him and stuff like that. But when he arose to the 5th dimension, he was able to fight the agents without no effortlessly. Because you know what? We are gods. You see how you have the DNA of your father and your mother? We have the DNA of the Creator within us. Okay? So we can do what we really think we can't do. What we see those superheroes do, we can do if we focus our mind and rise above this free dimension that we're in. And this is of the flesh. But the 5th dimension is of the spirit. Okay? So when we rise to that level, these things it wouldn't be no more. They wouldn't be able to control us because we've risen to that 5th dimension, and that's where they do not want us to go to. That's where they do not want us to get to. They want people to stay away from each other, stay in their house, being depressed, drinking, substance abuse, and then we're weak. We're weak. They can start fighting against us when we're weak. Okay, so I want us to be, I want us to really think about this. Instead of going out to march, do you love your dark-skinned sisters? Do you love your dark-skinned brothers? Do you love each other before we start going out to march? It's not just about marching and Black Lives Matter. I get it. I totally understand that, you know, this is the opportunity to take a stand and for people to see us and hear our voice. But you know what? When we sit there, close our eyes, meditate, raise our vibration, our voice is being heard without even speaking. Whoa, that's powerful. If for you who are deep, this is for you who are deep. We can make changes by just sitting down and rising our vibration. Okay? So even this colorism thing is devastating. And like I said in the beginning, when I was growing up, I'm a dark-skinned girl. I never really felt that you know, I wasn't getting attention because I was dark-skinned. No, I didn't feel that at all. But I would get more, oh, you're pretty for a dark-skinned girl. Really? Why couldn't I just be pretty? Why couldn't I just be pretty Zane? Like, you know, like you don't get, oh, you're pretty for a Somalian girl or you're pretty for an Indian girl. But why do I have to be pretty for a dark-skinned girl? Like, so these are the kind of things that when I was growing up, I heard, okay? So for me, it was when now my daughter's going to school, she's slightly darker than me, and it was like, oh, you're dark-skinned, you're dark, and you don't look like your mum. And I think that's just disgusting. So therefore, when you guys are laying down with outside your race, for example, or laying down with a lighter skin black woman, which date who you want. I'm not that kind of person to say, oh, you should stick to your own race or whatever. Don't date light skinned. No, because no one's taking no guys off my plate. Do you understand? I'm good. So date whoever you like. But when you start dating outside your race, having children with those kind of people, and that child, like for some people, some guys actually want to date outside their race, so their child won't be like them, won't be as dark as them, yeah, and can fit into that European beauty, okay? But what happens, yeah, when your child comes out as darker than me, for example, because I've seen mixed race children are not just light skinned, some of them are darker than me. So what if your child comes out that dark and comes home one day and says, Daddy, I'm being bullied because I'm dark skinned? What do you say to your daughter? And especially when it's coming from people like you. What do you say to your little daughter, your beautiful dark skinned queen? What do you say to her? So we have to be mindful of the seed that we are planting. Okay, we have to be really mindful of the seed that we are planting, because those words are a seed and they manifest into somebody's subconscious, and they grow and they grow and they grow. And then some people commit suicide because they can't handle it. Some people are battling depression every day because of a word. But obviously with my daughter, from when I heard that, at that time, I left the job that I was at, and I just concentrated on her, and I just built up her confidence, saying that she's beautiful. I wasn't always this beautiful. Oh gosh, when I was younger, I used to have, like, you know, plaits and you know as you are as a child, just being a child. Do you understand? So I said to her, you know, you will grow and you'll look wonderful, because there's so many pretty girls that I knew, pretty girls that I knew in secondary school or in primary school, and they're not up to scratch right now. They're not up to par right now. Do you understand? So I had to build her confidence up, and she's confident now. Do you understand? You couldn't tell her anything about her complexion. You couldn't tell her anything because there's a variety of different colors of black women. Do you understand? And then you get the guys that are saying that, you know, black women are too aggressive, but again, you're planting a seed, because when you lie down with this white woman or this woman that is outside your race, and then you're voicing your negative opinion, now this is when that person or that race is going to start thinking that we're more superior than your own women. Then you're going to say to the lady, oh, you think you're too nice. No, you've planted that seed in her. So let's be careful of what seed we're planting. Let's be mindful. Let's empower people. Let's empower different colors of brown people. Let's empower ourselves. Yes, you can have your preference. I'm not going to tell you who you can date. Everyone's attracted to different type of people. I've got my own preference. But when you say, no, I prefer a dark-skinned man or a brown-skinned man, but yeah, I love my dark-skinned brothers too. He's handsome. He's gorgeous, but not for me. And then they would accept it as that. Not, oh, she looks like, because she's wearing a blonde wig and she's dark skinned, she looks like a pint of Guinness. What the heck? Or she looks like a monkey because she's dark skinned. Oh, that's sad. And we need to reevaluate, okay, before we start going out to march, okay? We need to start loving ourselves and respecting ourselves. Maybe the other race will respect us as well. Because we need to be mindful of, we're a representation of our race. So when you're on social media putting down black women, dark-skinned women, what is the other race thinking? No other race does it. Not, especially not on a social, a big platform like that. They don't do it. Show me where it's done. Individually, if people have their preference, I get it. But not being on the social media and voicing out and saying all these negative, disgusting things about dark-skinned women. Where is it done? Where do they do that? That is ghetto. That is disgusting. We need to do better as a race. We need to stop putting each other down on social media and letting the other race see us as something negative. They don't. If like how many Indians, Somalians, even Somalians, they don't even associate with black. How many, I come across different Jamaican friends, they don't want to associate themselves with African. But if it's Spanish, Cuban, yeah, I'm Cuban. I'm Spanish, I'm half Spanish, but I can see you as a black person. Oh, but my great grandmother was Cuban. They will never say my great grandmother was African. That's sad. That is sad. It's off-putting. It's disgusting. Okay? So, yeah. So I'm just looking at my notes here. I think I've covered majority of it. So yeah, going into ourselves and raising our vibrations and things like that. And even one time, just a short story time. I was at this party, this bar down my end. The bar is closed now, but yeah, so this guy that I used to see, me and him at that precise time, we wasn't really talking, and then he came in with some friends. He was letting some friends in because he knew the guy that owned the bar, so he was letting some friends in, and one of the guys was like, because I was outside getting in, I think I was doing something outside, but coming in, and then he was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I've never seen a dark-skinned girl so pretty like you. And I was like, come on, really? Now, really? I was shocked. I was shocked because there's loads of dark-skinned pretty girls. But do you know what? And I would say, and I know you guys are gonna like kill me for this, but I don't think, like, especially with a lot of the, because I was raised on the ends, ghetto, yeah, I know, hey, hey, it is what it is, okay? So I was raised in ends, grew up in ends, lived on the ends, and I was totally different from my friends. Like, I've only started to wear, for example, I've only started to wear heels, what, last year? Yeah, last year, a year and a half now, and outside of gym, yeah. So I'm only started to wear trainers like a year now, I would say, outside of the gym. And so I've always like this Barbie kind of persona, you know, whereas a lot of girls that grow up on the ends, they're trainers, they're, what, who you looking at? Who you looking at? So they was really aggressive. Yeah, some of them are aggressive, do you understand? But so a lot of guys, when they saw me, it wasn't just, oh, she's dark skinned, oh, she's exotic, she's different. That's, I don't know. I don't know, but this is my thinking. Why? Do you understand? So I wasn't even some of the girls that I grew up with, they didn't even understand me. They were thinking I was bougie. Do you understand? So I would get a lot of attention from that. So it wasn't that dark skin or not. But again, us black women need to do better. We really do. We really do. It's not about, it's about self-love. And when you do go out as well, know how you're coming across. Know how you're representing yourself. And this is for the black brothers as well. Know how you're representing yourself. Conduct yourself in a professional manner. Conduct yourself in a manner that you would like people to receive you. It's not always about, oh, who you looking at? What? You looking at me? What? Being abrupt and ghetto. Do you understand? You don't have to be like that. You don't have to be like that. Not because you grew up on ends. You don't have to be a product of your environment. You can recreate yourself. You can recreate what you see and your perception of your environment. I might look outside my house now and it's all blocks. I'm in the estate. But maybe in my head, because this is what I train myself to do. In my head, I'm not even looking at, I don't even see the estate. I create something else in my head. So all I'm saying is that we need to do better. And so I'm gonna have, there's a lot more story about the colorist experiences, but like I said, I haven't been told that, oh, you're too dark. Do you understand? But I had little different experiences from girls that thought they was better than me because they're lighter and I'm darker. But we'll get into that in another video. Okay, so again, black businesses, we want to support black businesses, but black businesses need to do better. Better customer service, better approach, better products, packaging, everything. We need to do better. If we want people to receive us in a positive way, we need to do better. Just like I was saying about the people that was raised on ends and stuff like that, we need to what's the word I'm looking for? We need to revamp ourselves. Yeah, we need to revamp ourselves. Doesn't mean because you come from ends or you grew up on ends you should act ghetto. Like, you don't have to be like that. Do you understand? So just like a black businesses, look at when you used to work. If any of you used to work, like, look at when you used to work. What did they require from you? Do you understand? How do they expect you to behave in a working environment? Do you understand? Then adapt that to your business. Okay? How would you like to be treated if you was coming to a business? If you was coming to a place of business, how would you like to be received? You're spending your money. How would you like to be received? These are the things that we need to look at and be better. Okay? Then I'm not saying that we shouldn't go out and protest, and this is the time, you know? When there's an opportunity, we take it and run with it. But at the same time, we need to start looking within, start loving ourselves, and start appreciating one another, and just start respecting one another. Okay? Thank you guys for your time. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys. Really appreciate you.